Hi, welcome to the Hockey Kid. And today I'm going to talk about the 2021 Norris Trophy and the Norris Trophy in general. So this year, the NHL announcing its top three this year for this finalist. So we have Fox from the New York Rangers, Cale Makar from the Colorado Avalanche, and Victor Hedman from the Tampa Bay Lightning. No particular order, that's just the top three. For this video, the Norris Trophy is a really big, important trophy. I did top 10. Now, when I get into top defensemen, I'm going to do more than 10. I'm going to try to fill out this entire board with where I rank defensemen. So at number 10, for this year alone, I have Dougie Hamilton. He played 55 games played, 10 goals, 35 assists for 35 points, for 42 points. He was a plus 20, and he was on the ice on average for 22 minutes and 43 seconds. Good defenseman. He's hitting the free agency market. He's going to get a lot of money. I'm guessing when I do my top 10 defensemen, it'll probably be a little higher than 10. But this is just for this year alone, and there was a lot of really good defensemen this year. Like I could have put the board down way down there, but I didn't because I didn't have space to do it. Yeah. So number 9, I have Jacob Chikrin, who is probably one of the most underrated defensemen in the league. He is so good. Watching Arizona games this year, I saw him on the ice a lot. 23 minutes and 23 seconds of ice time, where he scored 18 goals, 34 assists for 41 points, and was a plus 28. He is solid offensively and defensively. The Norris Trophy is generally goes to the defenseman who gets the most points. I'll get to that when I get to here. But Chikrin, he's really good. At number 7, Shea Theodore. He is phenomenal for a Vegas team that has a decently thick blue line. Okay. It's unfair that they can roll Pietrangelo and Theodore. That's unfair. That should be wrong. And Pietrangelo isn't even on the list, but he is still a great defenseman. He's an elite defenseman. So is Theodore. So they can roll Theodore and Pietrangelo. Good luck getting past them, and good luck trying to stop them. Yeah, Theodore. He had 8 goals, 34 assists, 42 points, plus 28. That's a fantastic plus minus. And he played for 22 minutes and 32 seconds on ice average. I didn't look at the Pietrangelo numbers because I didn't think he would be on this list. I just did top 10, bam, just like that. That's my top 10. And I didn't look at Pietrangelo, but I think Pietrangelo played around the same because he was paired mostly with Martinez and he was paired with McNabb for a lot of the year. So that's just a bit of insight into Vegas. Number 6, I have Montreal's own Jeff Petrie. 55 games played, hit 12 goals, 30 assists, 42 points with a plus 5, and he played an average of 22 minutes and 44 seconds of ice time. Petrie is 33, and he's a very underrated defenseman. Absolutely. Outside of Canada. This year, he's thrived alongside a solid defensive partner, Joel Edmondson, and I think that's why he got so many points, because Joel Edmondson kind of covered for his mistakes in a way, but he doesn't make any mistakes either. Not at the beginning of the year and the middle of the year. At the end of the year, he turned from Norris Petrie to what the hell are you doing, Petrie? That is what I thought watching Montreal's games. Anyways, at number 5, this is where I'm going to piss off a lot of people by putting him here, but Adam Fox. I'll make a video on Adam Fox at some point. You're not going to like my video. Just saying, you're not going to like it. He played 55 games played, 5 goals, 42 points, 42 assists, 47 points. The plus 19, played for 24 minutes and 24 seconds on average ice time. And 42 seconds of ice time, sorry. I write it backwards because the selfie camera is inverted, so sometimes it's hard to read. Also, listen, I don't always remember off the top of my head. Fox, he's a good defenseman. Rangers fans severely overrate him. I'm just flat out saying, Rangers fans, you overrate him. Yeah. He's not. He's not he's nowhere near the level of a McAvoy, a Makar, a Theodore. He was good this year. He's not at the same level. I don't see what these people see in him at the same level. He's paired with Ryan Lindgren, so he's definitely more of a, he's Ryan Lindgren's a defensive defenseman, so he can cover for Fox's mistakes. And generally, when I watch Rangers games, I generally see a lot more mistakes by Adam Fox, that pairing, than I do with other pairings, like on the Trouba pairing or the creative Fox pairing. And when I say pairings, I generally mean the better of the two defensemen. Like if you, like I'll give it like on the Doughty pairing, whoever plays Doughty's a better defenseman. He's not on this list, but he's had a good year too, and he played a lot of minutes. People don't really look at time on ice and take that into account because that's really important. If you're on the ice a lot, you're more likely to make mistakes, and the defensemen that play a lot, like Hedman, I'll get the Hedman. Don't worry, I'll get the Hedman. Play a lot, they'll make more mistakes, and he doesn't. Fox doesn't play. He plays enough, but he doesn't play that much. He plays where he should, and he makes more mistakes than what I see. Now, this could just be what I see. I know that people see differently. I know there's other stats where he's really good. He's good. He's just not that good. I'm sorry, he just isn't. I'll move on. Number 4, Darnell Nurse. With the absence of Clefbaum, Nurse played amazing. He averaged 25 minutes of ice time. 25 minutes of ice time. Roughly 25, 26 minutes of ice time. And he got 16 goals, 20 assists for 36 points with a plus 26. So he was solid defensively as well as offensively and playing on the ice a lot. So I know I'm kind of ranting a bit, but I kind of have to rant about this because it just caused arguments everywhere on the internet and on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, everywhere, Twitter. People argue about this for hours, and I can go on for probably close to 20 minutes about this. I don't want to, but I might, and I might will. So, so Nurse, Clefbaum should be back next year, so his ice time should be a bit less, and the Oilers' blue line looks to be a bit better. You're gonna have Clefbaum, Nurse. They're gonna re-sign Larson. You have Ethan Barry, who's got another year older, another year better. You're getting into some new blue liners that are coming in that are young. It's gonna be a decent, better blue line than what it is. Hey, they may re-sign Tyson Barry. They have a really good blue line, probably the best in Canada, and probably obviously second best in the Pacific, but third best in the Pacific behind Calgary and Vegas, and then Vancouver's probably at the bottom of that. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll make a video about Vancouver at some point because that's yeah. So that's that, and then my top 3, I have McAvoy, Makar, and Hedman. Start with McAvoy. McAvoy played 51 games, 5 goals, 16 assists, 30 points. He didn't put up the points this year, but oh wow, he was good. Good defensively. He probably would have got a lot of tertiary assists, so like the third assist, like on a board you have goal scorer, first assist, second assist, you get a lot of third assists. Reminds me of Victor Mete a lot. And he's really good defensively. With a plus 22, that's good, especially 5-on-5. The Boston blue line, on paper, doesn't look good. With the way I see it, I see they have 3 bona fide top 4 defensemen. Carlo, McAvoy, and Grzelcyk. I think those are the top 4. They miss having Torrey Krug on the blue line. They miss Chara. Lauzon trying his best. Yeah, Jared Knorry there. Kevin Miller. They're really more bottom pairing guys, so you don't want to play that many minutes as some of these on the list here. But they're good enough. McAvoy is carrying a lot of the load, and he's really propping up Grzelcyk's numbers, if I'm being brutally honest. Grzelcyk's fine, probably better second pairing, if I'm being honest. You'd rather have Krug and at least they probably should have signed Torrey Krug again. I'm just saying. That's just me. Back to McAvoy. So he played 24 minutes of ice time, and he's been fantastic all year. I don't think he should have. I don't think he's as good as McCarr or Hedman this year, but he's really good. You can't go wrong past here, I'd say, on my list for who could win. Any of those four could have easily have been the best this year. But I'll just move on. Oh, it's already 10 minutes. At number 2, I have Cale Makar with a point per game this year. 44 games played, 8 goals, 36 assists for 44 points, and with a plus 17. He played with Devon Toews most of the year. So that's a really solid pairing. They really complement each other's gameplay. Makar is a two-way defenseman, and he gets a lot of points, but he also was injured. So do you give him credit for that, or take that away from him? So if maybe he doesn't get another point in any of the games, or he gets 56 points in this year. Who knows? You never know. You don't know if you don't play, right? Just like hockey. Just like playoffs. You never know until you play. He averaged 24 minutes and 19 seconds of ice time. That Colorado blue line is really good. Makar is a huge part of that. He's the reason why they could have let go of Tyson Barrie. That's why they traded Tyson Barrie, because you have Makar coming up. And he took that spot, took the spot number 1 power play. That's why he's so good. Next, I'll move on to the most controversial part, which I don't understand why it is. It's Hedman, who's the best defenseman in the league. He was the best defenseman this year. I don't know why people are complaining about him being a favorite, especially by the writers, because he's fantastic. He is so damn good. He's also 6'6", so we'll ignore that part. He played 54 games, 9 goals, 36 assists, 44 points, plus 5. So his plus minus isn't that good. It's fine, because he's that good. He's fantastic. He is so good. Like, watching Tampa games, I see him on the ice, and I'm like, oh, you're good, okay. So he's going to steal the puck, and he's going to pass it to someone else to get another goal. Oh, he's going to prevent that goal. He's going to take away the passing lane. That is what Hedman does. He does everything right. He makes very few mistakes. You rarely see him make mistakes. You also have Vasilevsky to cover for him. So that's important, to have a fantastic goaltender for when he does make mistakes. And he'll make mistakes at some point. But he doesn't do it that often. And he is really good. Yeah, there's nothing more to say other than he should win the Norris this year. And if he doesn't, it'll be wrong. It's just going to be wrong. I don't know why that's bad to say. It's going to be wrong because he's the best. And when I do, there's no shocker here, but when I do my top defenseman, he's going to be number 1. Right there at number 1. Assuming he'll be number 1. I know I'm ranting a bit, but I saw this and I had to make the video. So I just saw it and, okay, let's go. Okay, next, moving on from that. The past, I put 12 because I had space on the board for 12. Last year, finally, Roman Yoshi won the Norris. It was about time. He absolutely deserved it. Carlson may have got snubbed just a tiny weensy bit, but he's also pretty bad this year, so yeah, we'll gloss over that fact. 2019, Mark Giordano had a career year, and he won the Norris. That was the year Morgan Riley was really good. Hedman, Doughty, they're all fantastic, and they could have all won it, but Giordano won it. He also got the most points, and we'll just ignore that fact. And in 2018, Hedman won his first of could be many. Like I said, he should be winning this award this year. That's what I'm counting on. The year before that, it was Brent Burns. Name him by accident. Oops. I only do one take, so that's why it's so terrible. Oh, that's bad too. Burns, that's better because I know some people complain about that. Brent Burns, he won 2017, 2016, Drew Doughty, 2015, Erik Karlsson, 2014, Keith, 2013, one of my personal favorites, PK Subban. As a Habs fan, he's my favorite. One of my favorites. Erik Karlsson won in 2012. 2011, it was Nick Lidstrom. 2010, Duncan Keith. In 2009, it was Zdeno Chara. So this is my talk about the Norris Trophy. And this year, it was more of a rant about a lot of things. So generally my talk. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit bell notifications so you'll never miss a new upload. I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you so much for watching.